everybody, Colton here, and welcome to the 200 subscribers special, which is 50 facts about me. So yeah, I'm basically going to give you guys 50 facts about me that you probably do or don't know, and yeah, hopefully you guys find these 50 facts pretty interesting because it took me a while to figure out you know 50 facts about myself. It took me a while, but I got them all down on some sheets of paper, and yeah, so with that being said, let us begin the 50 facts video about myself. My favorite video game series of all time is the Super Mario series. Mainly because, it's an Italian plumber, in the Mushroom Kingdom, stomping on Goombas, stomping on the Koopa Troopas, beating Bowser. Like, the series is a very interesting series, and basically, it just doesn't do, just 2D platformers. They also do 3D games, and also party games, sports games, and that's why I've, like about the Mario series. It's just not, like one big idea. It's multiple ideas of what Mario could do. And I think that's why I like it so much, because, I've been, introduced to Mario at such a young age. I just, kind of fell in love with the series because, it's pretty fun and interesting as well. I have never fully beaten a Legend of Zelda game in my life. I have played the original Legend of Zelda, and I've also played Ocarina of Time a little bit, but I just haven't had the time to fully beat any of those games. And I haven't played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom yet, so yeah. Call me a Debbie Downer, but Zelda's not really my favorite series, so yeah, sorry. My favorite drink is Coca-Cola. I used to have a cat, but it sadly passed away when I was 9 years old. We never got another pet because, well, my parents didn't want to clean up after the pets because, well, pets, they're a lot of responsibility, and yeah. So yeah, since then, I haven't gotten another pet because, they just don't want to clean up after it, so yeah. I'm actually very allergic to dogs. Don't know when I became allergic to dogs, but yeah, if I even get like a bit of saliva or any hair on me, like dog hair, I basically will just, get all congested and my throat will start to swell up. And yeah, I'll basically just be extremely allergic and barely breathing. But yeah, I wish I could have a dog, but I can't because I'm allergic. So yeah, that's pretty sad. I once found a colony of ants living on my bathroom floor mat, and it was pretty friggin' scary. I honestly thought it looked like the friggin' Venom symbiote from Spider-Man 3. And it was just a pretty scary scene. There was a bunch of ants, like, I'm talking about like 500 ants on that mat. But thankfully, a little bit of a ant killer killed all of them. So, yeah, all good on that one. I believe Trigger Man is the worst video game ever made. Mainly because, I tried to beat the first level and it's impossible. First, you gotta get into this casino, blah, 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 and then you gotta escape from the police without being detected. But I get it detected every single time. And basically, after failing multiple times, I just took the game out and just put it back on the shelf because it's impossible to play. If I had the chance to break it, I would, but I don't, because I take good care of my games. I believe Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is better than Melee and Brawl, mainly because of the roster size Ultimate has, and basically having every single Smash Bros. Character from the original game all the way up to the Wii and 3DS versions of the game, basically makes Ultimate, the superior version and the definitive version of Super Smash Bros. And besides, who would want to play friggin' Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS again? I mean, seriously. And besides, Ultimate has, like, better graphics than, Melee and Brawl. So, yeah. So, sorry if I, get get you all, mad because you think Ultimate is not that good. Sorry, but I think Ultimate is better. I think Spider-Man 2 coming out this year is going to be better than the first one and better than Miles Morales because, well, you get to play both as Peter Parker and Miles Morales. So, yeah. And you also get to be the symbiote Spider-Man, which is going to be epic as well. I chose the Wii over the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 mainly because I was intrigued by the Wii's motion controls and that, Mario Kart was on there and I could play, all the old Nintendo titles on the Wii as well via the Wii Virtual Console, which was pretty unique. And obviously that's why I chose over 360 and PS3 because, yeah, that and Mario Kart. I have some experience using both Windows and Mac operating systems. I am certified in Adobe Photoshop. I graduated Ohio Media School in the radio and television production program, learning all about TV production behind the scenes and also live on air, as well as radio production in on air and behind the scenes, controlling the soundboards and basically, producing my own radio programs there, and also, working on narrating and my speech, just like in my videos. And I hopefully one day will get a radio job. Maybe not, but mostly focusing on content creation as well as trying to get that radio job. So yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home is the best movie ever made, and iRobot is the worst movie ever made. RPG games are my least favorite genre of video gaming, mainly because you have to deal with strategy and plan on what you gotta do next in order to defeat your enemy in order to move on into the game. And this is why it has made me lose touch with a lot of other games that I've played, and it's pretty sucky. It sucks. It sucks a lot. Super Mario Bros. Was the first video game I have ever played. In 2005, during a visit to my aunt and uncle's house in Kentucky, I somehow got extremely sick during the evening, and I had to be taken to the emergency room. And tons of antibiotics later, I was okay, and yeah, that was that. During my senior year of high school, I got the honor roll all 4 quarters of the school year. And it's only because I took this one college course that I didn't know I was taking. It was called Human Body Systems, and I had no freaking clue what I was doing. But luckily, I knew somebody in that class who was a teammate on my bowling team in high school, so that worked out. It worked out really good. NASCAR Thunder 2004 is the first video game that I have ever 100% completed, which means I've gotten everything unlocked, everything achieved, and basically just beaten the game like 100%, got every single thing in the game. So yeah, that was a pretty good accomplishment. I had the same birthday as Kenan Thompson and Bono of U2, which is May 10th. I have never watched anime before. I have had my own computer with internet access since 2004. My least favorite Mario games are Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario RPG, and the Paper Mario games. Super Mario Sunshine is basically a tougher version of Super Mario 64 with a lot of complex controls, and I've tried to beat that game, but I've just stopped playing it after, so many failed attempts at trying to, actually try and beat it. Super Mario RPG, I actually got really, really far into that game until I got killed by this one red dragon boss, and I basically just gave up after that. And then, as for the Paper Mario games, I tried to play them and beat them all at once, but again, it's an RPG, I didn't get that far, and I basically just gave up. Thus, making these games my least favorite out of the Mario series. The 2 content creators that inspire me to make videos are Chug Conroy and Cloud8745, who now goes by Magatsu Cloud. Chug Conroy, he gives in-depth detail on the games he plays, and I thought it was the most interesting thing I've ever seen on YouTube. Like him just saying, here's how to do this, here's how to do that, here's what to do first. And I thought, I was like, you know what, I could do something like that. And I basically try to do what he does, but, I try, And then for Cloud8745, he got me into the Silent Hill series as well as the Resident Evil series. When I saw him play the Silent Hill games and also Resident Evil 2, I was like, huh, he gives very interesting, commentary while playing these games. And I was like, you know what? I could probably do the same thing as him. And, yeah. And while I don't watch their videos anymore, I still, watch their old videos. I don't really watch their newer videos anymore. But sometimes I just go back to watch their old videos to get that nostalgic feeling and stuff. But I still watch Chucky Conroy when he's playing games with Nintendo Capri Sun and Proton John on their collab channel, which is the Runaway Guys. So yeah. I am a fan of the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cleveland Guardians, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Columbus Crew. I actually used to play football and baseball when I was a kid, but I later quit those sports as I found out that I wasn't really good at them. Mainly because I couldn't hit the baseball, and for football, well, I wasn't that very athletic for football, so yeah. Instead of football and baseball, I actually got into bowling. So I began bowling in the summer of 2015, and I joined a league that year, and I actually got second place, which was pretty good. And then I joined my high school bowling team, bowling for all 4 years of high school. And during my high school career, and basically my bowling career from the summer of 2015 till now, I have won 8 championships. I've won JV Most Improved, Varsity Most Improved twice, High School Team MVP, High School Coaches Award, High School Senior Class Player of the Year. I've also gotten 2 All-Tournament teams, and I also got second team All-OCC in my junior year, first team All-OCC my senior year, and I also helped my team make it to the state championship back in 2019, which was my senior year of high school. And it was pretty fun bowling for, high school. It was cool. My first ever job was working at Pizza Hut as a server. I wasn't really the best server, but I tried to be as best as I could. And then after 8 months of working there, I decided to leave to go to Ohio Media School for that radio and television production program. I used to watch a lot of TV back then when I had cable, but I rarely watch TV anymore now that I have antenna instead of cable. But it's whatever. My most played system is the PlayStation 2, having played that system for almost 20 years. And yeah, that is true. I have literally played that system for almost 20 years. That is probably the most insane fact you probably ever heard right now. Or maybe it hasn't been, but who knows. My favorite Pokemon is Charizard, mainly because he's a flying dragon, fire-breathing Pokemon, which is pretty cool. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game was a very big downgrade from Battle for Bikini Bottom, mainly because it's basically a copy and paste game from Bikini Bottom. Basically, they copied the shiny objects into weights, and basically they just did a lot of copy and pasting from the Battle for Bikini Bottom game, and basically it's nothing like Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's not even, halfway decent as Battle for Bikini Bottom, and I consider the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game the sore thumb of the SpongeBob games, in my opinion. You guys probably know this. I'm a huge fan of Ohio State. I will basically root for anything Ohio State. I'll root for the football team, the men's basketball team, the women's basketball team, the women's tennis team, the men's tennis team, the synchronized swimming team, the men's swimming team, the women's swimming team. I will root for any sport Ohio State has to offer. Because come on, it's Ohio State, dang it. And you know what? I actually plan to attend Ohio State as well as bowl on their bowling team that they have. But unfortunately, I did not get the chance to, attend Ohio State and bowl for Ohio State. Mainly because of, life issues and stuff, and I just didn't have the time to do it. So, yeah. Until I am proven wrong, I believe Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man the best. Why? Because god dang it, that man is awesome at being Spider-Man. My favorite candy is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I actually developed a fear of heights visiting Cedar Point. Mainly because, I like roller coasters, but I have a huge fear of heights on any ride. Like, seriously, I feel like I'm going to fall out of the car and splat on the ground. And basically, you could thank Cedar Point for, having me have that fear of heights. So, yeah. I don't know why, but I've never been to an Ohio State football game. I have never been to any professional sporting event or any, college athletic event. Why? I don't know. But I want to. I want to go and watch Ohio State play football, and I also want to go watch pro athletic sporting events. But I can't, for some reason. My favorite TV show is The Simpsons. I have had an IEP since the 5th grade, and I have used it all throughout middle school and my 4 years in high school. I haven't bowled competitively in more than 2 years. I am not a morning person, mainly because I am very lazy and I love my sleep. But I'm more of a night owl. I mean, I will, stay out late and stuff if there's anything fun to do at night, so yeah. I believe McDonald's breakfast is superior than any other restaurant that has breakfast options, especially Bob Evans. I definitely think McDonald's breakfast is better than Bob Evans' breakfast. So yeah. There is no discussion. Raising Cane's is way better than Chick-fil-A. If you like to dispute this, too bad. There is no disputing it. Because Raising Cane's is just way better than Chick-fil-A. Trust me, it is. I've actually believed Prime is way better than Gatorade or Powerade. Mainly because Prime is a way better and healthy solution for rehydrating yourself than Gatorade and Powerade. Mainly because of the sodium that Gatorade and Powerade both have. Like, they have, a lot of sodium in their beverages, but Prime, it's just the right amount. And I believe that in some years later, that Prime might actually jump Gatorade and Powerade in sales. Jeopardy and The Price is Right are my two favorite game shows. Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel superhero, and Batman is my favorite DC superhero. I'm not a drinker, I'm not a smoker, and I don't use any drugs. I am never scared of scary movies. If you pop in a scary movie, I will not even be scared by anything that goes on in the movie. Seriously. If a slasher kills somebody, I'll just not be, reacting to it. I'll just be like, oh, yep, that happened. So, yeah. Scary movies, not a problem for me. And finally, I have lived in Columbus, Ohio all my life. Well, that's it, guys. That's 50 facts about me. So, what I'm going to do now is tag 2 people in this video to do a 50 facts video about themselves. Now, this first person I'm tagging, he's probably not going to do it. He may do it, but I don't know. He hasn't been active on YouTube in 2 years. Maybe 3. So, the first person I'm tagging is my good buddy, Caliber X3, also known as Callan, to some of you guys. But if he doesn't do it, the second person I'm tagging, which he'll probably do, is the King Caden. So yeah, the King Caden is my second person that I'm tagging to do a 50 facts video about himself. So yeah. Well, there you go, guys. That's it. That's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah. So with that, guys, I will see you all next time for some new Let's Play I have for you. So yeah. So until then, I'll see you guys later.